Hello everybody, welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. I'm Sean and today we begin the championship series. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, we should have that, should be able to have that done in a timely fashion. Saturday we'll wrap up the World Series and we will be done with MLB 2011, the show, on the PlayStation 2. For right now though, we're going to jump in. We have 2 games of each series. We're going to watch them back to back. Actually, we're going to get 2 of the Yankees Angels. We're going to get 2 of the Phillies and the Pirates. Phillies walked off the Diamondbacks to win, and the Yankees defeated the Mariners to punch their tickets into the championship series. Let's jump into MLB 11, the show. Like the video, subscribe if you'd like more. All that good stuff. Yeah. Angels, Yankees, I'll grab thumbnails as need be. I actually need to fix the thumbnail on one of them because I forgot to do that. So yeah, 4 games tomorrow, 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, and we'll see what's left over for Wednesday. Now, let's see, I want that one, and then, oh, it's alphabetical. Shoot, okay, there it is. Championship Series 1.1. Welcome on in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying. Hopefully you had a good Monday. I feel like I'm losing the battle to the clock change. Just double checking the audio. I'll have to probably try and do that every once in a while. As we welcome you on in to the ALCS game number 1. The Yankees are 46-36. The Angels had a record as well. I believe it was 43-39. Ooh, it was. I was right on top of it. Here's your starting lineup for this Los Angeles Angels team. It's Cameron Maybin at the center field position, followed by Casey McGee at third, Adrian Gonzalez at first, Jim Thome, the DH, Ryan Ludwig, the left fielder, John Buck, the catcher, Ben Zobrist in right, Felipe Lopez at short, Ryan Roberts is the second baseman. Let's throw a poll up. Who wins? And you can let me know, give me your series picks. I'm guessing we're going to get Yankees-Pirates in the World Series. That'll be my official prediction. Who wins? Jeff Weaver is 0-1 with a 27 ERA, 1 game. 2 innings, 8 walks, 8 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. It's been a little bit since we've had to worry about that. And all of a sudden, I just cannot talk. I didn't even talk that much yesterday. Yesterday was a lighter... La or nah? Nye? No? NYY? The New York Yankees. Let's go like that, like that. Let me know what you think over in the poll on YouTube. We are on YouTube and on Twitch. Big day. Happy MLB The Show 26 release week. We'll be jumping in with a huge stream on Friday. Starting early, so get excited for that. A 1-0. The wind of the pitch is outside for a ball. We are underway here in game number 1, 2-0. Not a great start for this Yankees pitching staff. Los Angeles is on a crazy heater recently. They won in 4 games over the Kansas City Royals. That Royals game would have been, I think, maybe the only game they lost toward the end of the season. Just as far as they were on like an 8 or 9 game win streak going into that final day where they wrapped up a playoff spot. Casey McGee has a 143 average, not batting super well. There might even be some Yankees who still need some hits. Yankees won in extras in Seattle. They scored 5 in the top of the 5th, I believe it was. They gave up 3. Seattle had a shot. They had the tying run, I believe, in scoring position. And they had, obviously, the winning run at home plate, but they just could not come up with it. They had got 2 quick outs in that bottom of the 5th, so it made it the margin for error was very small. Otherwise, maybe you're looking at something that's... Maybe you're looking at a result that's a little flipped. That pitch missed, backed him off the plate. 1-2. And that's fouled away.
Foul ball.
That is swung on and missed, so set down on strikes. 2 away here for the Angels. 4 seams very early on that fastball. High and outside. Okay. He was out at first. I was like very confused about where out number 1 showed up. So the righty to face Adrian Gonzalez. This is outside. They're going to give him a strike call, by the way. I got fooled by that. That pitch was so far outside. I was like, oh, clearly that'll be a ball. No, it was strike 1. Wind and the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. Oh, and 2. And that's going to be lifted out to right field, but the right fielder is there to make the catch. 1-2-3 inning for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Pasednik, Bird, and Fielder coming up for the Yankees. A lineup I have not introduced yet. Forgot about that. Scott Pasednik is in left field, followed by Marlon Byrd in center. Prince Fielder at first. Hank Blaylock is the DH. Miguel Tejada, the shortstop. Cody Ross, the right fielder. Brandon Phillips, the second baseman. Casey Blake at third. And Giovanni Soto is behind the dish, the catcher. Need to charge my phone, which is always a good thing to need to do. Kevin Slowey is making his playoff debut. Zeros everywhere you look. There is your defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Angels. Scott Pasednik's batting .400. He does not have any home runs or RBIs. He has a stolen base. The wind and the pitch is a ball. Okay, weird zone, considering one of the pitches that looked like a ball was called a strike, but that looked like a strike and it was called a ball. It's a 1-0 count. That's inside. 2-0. That at least looked like a bad pitch. Two and 0. Here's the wind from the righty. That's going to be rolled over to the second baseman. Scoops and fires to first in time for out number 1. So the leadoff batter up and down quickly. Marlon Byrd, no average. Does have an RBI. No home runs, no stolen bases, but still looking for his first hit here in the postseason. See if he can come up with one here in the CS. With the number of runs that the Yankees scored in the last game, you're a little surprised. I'm a little surprised that they're still the Yankees without hits. The wind and the pitch, he is swung on and missed. I am surprised that Yankees-Mariners game ended so close. It was not great there for a while. I thought it was going to be a very quick bottom of the 5th inning when they had 2 outs super quickly, but the Yankees survive and advance. The game sometimes does that, though, where it's just The Yankees did not play super well, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna knock out 5 runs, no problem, easy peasy, don't worry about it." Okay, here comes the 1-2. It's fouled away.
Foul ball.
The wind and the pitch is sky high. That's where I was trying to go with that. And the catcher being rated right next to him, and that will be out number 2. Prince Fielder ready on the mat, or ready at the left-handed batter's box as the pitcher somehow missed that high. I am not sure where this zone is. I thought that was going to be a strike. It's 1-0 with 2 gone here. Bottom of the first inning. That is sliced foul. That ball is foul. As they chant MVP to the lefty hitter. The pitch gets that inside edge for a strike. 1-2. Yeah, 1-2 with 2 outs. That's low. 2-2. The righty is ready. And that's way outside to fill the count, so a payoff pitch upcoming. Here comes the payoff pitch. Catcher is set up way outside, and he'll take strike 3. Catcher was set up in the other batter's box, and it kind of just drifted in and caught the edge of the plate. Tomei, Ludwig, and Buck coming up. No score, no hits. That's both sides up. Up and down? Down in order is what I was trying to go with there. Whew, we're more tired than we realized. The wind and the pitch from the righty is going to be hit into right field. 1 pitch, 1 swing, and it's a single. Little ambush there. Ryan Ludwig steps up. That was not helpful. One and one. The righty is ready, and that's at the letters for a strike. It's one of the first pitches we've seen up in the zone called that way. Been seeing a lot of ball calls up in the upper part of the zone. 1-2. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is going to be hit into center field. That'll be a single. Lead runner advances just a second, but does put the go-ahead run in scoring position. Angels looking to strike first here in the top of the second. The wind and the pitch is low for a ball. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. He'll take it outside. Ball 2. 2 on. In the top of the second, and that's a pitch I think he's going to want the swing back on. It's a good take because you don't want to get under it, pop it out. It could be a bad out or a bad strike. But feeling it's coming in slow and loopy enough that you're able to see it pretty okay. We'll take a swing at that and even the count up at 2-2. Righty winds and fires. That'll be rolled over. First base side to second for 1. Back. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at that replay. Ben Zobrist is up with a 143 average, excuse me. So was there just no one at first to cover? There was not. The catcher or the pitcher never came over. Wow, where'd you come from? Second base. Whoa. By the time he got there, it was too late. Okay. Defensive laps for the Yankees should be 2 gone. But a shocker. The Yankees have bad defense. The wind to the pitch is low for a ball, and I believe that was outside as well. 1-0. And that's in for a strike. Looking for the 2 ball here with the 1-1. It's going to be rolled. And that's not going to get the pitcher animation. It'll score a run. The Yankees defense absolutely falling apart, and they do not get what I thought was going to be. This is hit right back to the pitcher. How does the game not give him the opportunity to field the ball? It was such a slow roller. The Yankees' miscues cost them 2 outs and a run. 2 gone, but a runner still here in scoring position. It is 1-0 Angels. That is low for a ball. That's kind of where he started that last sequence. Here comes the 1-0. That's going to be hit back up the middle, past a diving shortstop. He's going to hit third and head for home. The center fielder's throw is late, and he is safe. So the Yankees costing themselves outs, and now an extra run. Man. Ryan Roberts batting .500. I don't know about that strike call, but it's called a strike. 0-1 to the Angels hitter. It's an RBI single. 2 gone here. Top of the second, and that's going to be hit to the shortstop. He'll come up with it. He'll go the long way to first, and that will be out number 3. The Yankees have some defensive miscues, and the Angels capitalize to the tune of 2 runs. 2-0. Blaylock, Tejada, and Ross coming up for the home half of the second. Hank Blaylock batting .333, a home run, 4 RBI. The wind and the pitch from the righty is in on the outside edge for a strike. 0-1. He's ready for the pitch. Here it comes, and it's going to be hit. Shortstop scoops it cleanly. Fires to first in time for the out. Knew exactly how much time he had to get that ball to his teammate for out number one. A couple extra steps and then a few extra steps. So one down and Tejada is up. He'll roll this out in front of the catcher. The catcher stands and fires in time. Out for the out. Two gone here quickly for the Yankees. Just barely got a piece of it in front of the dish. Cody Ross, 286 average. No home runs, RBIs, or stolen bases. And Cody Ross is going to dump that into left field. Nice piece of contact there. One pitch, one swing, and a solid single into left field. Saw that pitch well, and a nice sound off the bat. And I'll give the Yankees their first hit of the evening. It brings up Brandon Phillips, who's batting .500. And he is aggressive at the plate and fouls it away. Oh and 1. Low for a ball. One and one now after the ball, and it is hit right to the shortstop. That will take care of it. Ross slides into second just for fun. We'll head to the top of the third. The Angels lead 2-0. Yankees pick up a hit, but can't do anything with it. It'll be Cameron Maybin leading things off. .455 average. No home runs, but has driven in a run. The Angels looking to add a little bit to their lead. That pitch misses out, or low, of the zone. 1-0. Righty winds and fires. That's going to be lifted, sliced, foul ball. 1-1. And gets a strike on the outside edge of the zone. One and two. That's inside to even the count at 2-2. Nice patient at bat here for the leadoff hitter. Here in the top half of the third, looking for a 1-0 series lead. We'll get game two immediately following this. And then we'll do two of the Phillies versus the Pirates. That one's fouled away, so stays alive at the plate. The righty winds and fires. That's going to be hit out to center field and makes the running grab for the out. Yankees looking to keep this just a bloop and a blast away. They had the bloop in the last inning. It was more than a bloop, but you know what I'm talking about. Here comes the pitch from the righty, and that's going to be in the zone for a strike. Oh and 1. And that is lifted out to right. Has a beat on it immediately and makes the grab. 2 away for the Angels. Leading 2-0 here in the top half of the third. Game 1 of the ALCS. Adrian Gonzalez is 0 for 1. Batting just 111 in these playoffs. Not a good number, but here's the wind and the pitch, and it is on the outside, but it's going to stay too far outside, and that will be a ball. 1-0. The righty is ready and fires. Is it 2 number 52 pitchers, which is kind of weird? I feel like the Angels pitcher is number 52, but I don't know off the top of my head. The righty is ready. Here comes the pitch. It's way outside for a ball. Three and 0. Got to be hands-off controller here. Just let it happen. If he's going to walk you, let him walk you. He'll actually take a swing at that and crush it out to right field. So what the hell do I know? It is to the short porch. And a no-doubt home run extends the lead to 3. I mean, I guess if you guess right and you can do that, hard to argue with the result. 343 guilty spark feet out to right field. Jim Tomei, excuse me. He's 1 for 1 today. Wind is in. Winding the pitch in for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Here's the 0-2 pitch. 2 gone. And it'll be a ball. 1-2 the count now. Righty is ready. Winds and fires way outside for a ball. Just needs one good pitch here. It's a 2-2 count with 2 outs. The Angels have a solo home run to add 1 to the lead. 3-0 now is the score. The righty winds and fires, and he will lift this out towards center field. Ball breaks back in just a little bit, and the center fielder adjusts to make the catch. We're heading to the home half of the third. Los Angeles 3, New York 0. Blake Soto Pasednik. Last chances for the Yankees here in the first game of the series. Casey Blake's batting .500. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that is going to be hit past a diving first baseman into right field, scooped up, fired in to limit it to just a single. Giovanni Soto stepping up, 1 on, nobody out. Here's the pitch from the right-hander. Just misses the outside. Gets a ball. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase a pitch on the inside. 1-1. That is outside for a ball. 2-1. And that's inside for a ball. 3-1. Uh-oh. Can't be bringing the tying run up to the plate already. And that's going to go to the shortstop. He's going to pick it up. The underhand toss to second for one. Over to first. Not in time. Gonzaga's up big already in the WCC tournament. They always do have their tournament real early, which makes things kind of interesting because they end up sitting for a very long time. And that stays up high for a ball. Drop that, move that there. And that is skied high. Over to second base. Makes the grab, and that is out number 2. Okay. Got that aggressive 3-run swing. Could not turn the double play, so the runner stays on first, but then he popped it up to the second baseman for out number 2. Righty is ready, and that is hit foul. First base side. 0-1. I think we are maybe disrespecting the Angels a little too much. One. Low for a ball. Two and one. The righty winds and fires, and that's inside. 3-1. Okay, he did the same thing last time. Was able to get the aggressive swing on 3-1. Let's see if he does that again. Tries to maybe throw something that's just close enough to the zone that he's able to get a swing. Entice it. No, instead he'll just take a strike with a bat on the shoulder. I respect it. Right at the top of the letters, or top of the zone at the letters. It's been a little uneven today, so I can understand why you would not want to take that, or not want to swing at that pitch. 3-2. Yankees down to their final strike. Is going to be rolled over to third. The throw to first in time. The Angels swipe game 1 on the road. 3-0 your final here from New York. Don't go anywhere because we're going to do it all over again here in just a moment. Kevin Slowey is the player of the game. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. He picks up the win. Jeff Weaver falls to 0-2. Gonzalez's first home run of the season, or postseason, excuse me. We're less than a week away from Selection Sunday, and for the college basketball stuff, that's exciting. UConn women won yet another tournament sim to date, and we will move on to day number 2. It's Yankees Angels. The win here for the Yankees would guarantee a game 5, or the Angels can take a pretty strong 2-0 lead. Let's see how it goes. While it's loading, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Welcome on in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And another. What am I doing, Sean? All right. Oh, I gotta wait and grab that. Almost forgot to grab the thumbnail. Hold on. I guess we can have that. It's a little different. Thankfully, the Yankees give us 2 different thumbnails, basically. I always try to wait for the stadium to be all the way in frame. So, CS 1.2. Here's your starting lineup for the Angels. Again, it's Cameron Maybin in center field. Casey McKee, the third baseman. Adrian Gonzalez at first. Jim Thome, the DH. Ryan Ludwig in left field. John Buck, the center. Nope, the catcher. That's what we're talking about. John Buck, the catcher. Ben Zobrist, the right fielder. Felipe Lopez, the shortstop. Ryan Roberts, the second baseman. We can go over here. We can grab this and swap that for that. Dan Herron, 1-0, 3 ERA, 1 game, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Let's have a victory against the Mariners. There's your Yankees defensive lineup all set here. I guess we could leave the poll up. I don't think anybody voted in it last time, so technically still accurate. You can vote. Let me know who you think is going to win over there. It's on YouTube. The YouTube chat. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's in for a strike in that low inside corner. 0-1. We're underway. Game number 2. Game 2 of 4. We'll get back-to-backs of the Phillies and the Pirates coming up after this one. That is swung on and missed on a pitch on the inside. How far behind are you there? YouTube. Here comes the 0-2 from the righty. That is hit foul, first base side. Oh and 2. The wind and the pitch is way upstairs. 1-2. Here's the wind. The pitch, and it is fouled away, staying alive yet again on a 2-strike count. And he fouls it off again. Looking for a 2-strike, a put away pitch. Not that time. Outside for a ball. The 2-2 on the way. From the pitcher is going to be rolled over. Third base side. A lot of speed, and he's going to be there in time. Way to beat it out. It's a very slow roller up the third base line. It's a tough throw to make. And he's able to leg it out. And that is lifted and smashed. Foul. Count is 0-1. Get the heater up just a notch. Just a little notch. Get it just a touch warmer in here. That's on the outside edge for a strike. Unless he went swinging for it and I just didn't realize. There's me sitting down. The pitch. He did definitely a swing for that. Swung at that one as well. It's contacted and driven foul. And they're going to call strike 3 on McGee on the outside edge. Brutal way to lose that at bat, but it is the correct call. 93 miles an hour, no break. He does have it right on that edge. Adrian Gonzalez batting .200 this postseason, a home run and 2 RBI. He had the 2-run blast in the last. No, he had the solo home run. I apologize. That's upstairs. It was a solo home run, while only putting them up by 3 felt like kind of the ender there. The 2-run leads have been a little finicky, safe back at first. The 2-run leads haven't been quite as safe as they were in the early part of the season. But 3 seems pretty safe, though we did see Seattle score 3 to make it at least a game. And I forget how many of the runs the Phillies scored when they were able to upset the Diamondbacks. Maybe not like a traditional upset, but just like rip their hearts out. What are you going to do with the World Series? Are you going... That's upstairs for a ball. Are you going to do the World Series in one video if it goes 4 games? The World Series will be one video regardless. We'll do it Saturday at like 4 or 5 p.m. and we'll just go until it's done. That's low, but gets the strike call. And then once we're done with this, we'll jump into some MLB The Show 26 content on a consistent basis until the end of the season. Winding on the pitch. Sliced. Foul ball. And that is foul ball. I have a hard... I'm curious to see how many games the World Series goes. We had 2 Game 5s in the first round. That's fouled away. Gonzalez staying alive. How many Game 7s do we get for the championship series? And that is hit. Ooh, nice play by the shortstop to make the grab. Broder stays at first. Jim Tomei's batting .500. He has a home run and an RBI. Wind and the pitch, and it'll take a strike on the outside. Oh and 1. My entire existence won't let me pick Yankees to win anything unless it's versus the Dodgers, as that is an out. And that will do it. What exactly happened there? So I'm picking Angels every game. Well, hey, you're up 1-0. That is a double play to end the inning. Nope, it's just a 1 out to end the inning. My bad. Boy, oh boy, we're all over the place. Also, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you, Head of Research David, and Quality Control. And walk-off grand slam. Always good to see you guys. Scott Pasednik is in left field. He'll lead off for the Yankees. Brandon Phillips at second. Prince Fielder at first, Hank Blaylock, the DH. Marlon Byrd in center. Casey Blake at third. Miguel Tejada, the shortstop. Cody Ross, the right fielder. And Giovanni Soto is the catcher. Angels lead the series 1-0. They won 3-0 in game number 1. We are in game number 2 because for some reason the schedule went 2 AL, 2 NL. So that's how it will go. 0-1, 4.50 ERA for Cliff Lee. 1 game, 2 innings, 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Missed game 1. That's okay. Scott Pasednik is averaging .333. Cliff Lee, the lefty, winds and fires. It's low for a ball. Looked like it was kind of like right at the knees, but they'll give him the ball call. Wind and the pitch from the lefty is in for a strike on the outside. Hope your day was good. Or hope everybody's day was good. The lefty is ready. He'll wind and fire. That's fouled away.
That ball's foul.
Thought about swinging. Does not go. That pitch misses outside for a ball. Two and two. That is going to get away from the catcher. I'm going to do a Resident Evil 9 playthrough. I just got it and am loving it. I wasn't planning on it. It came out at a bad time for me personally with what I'm doing on the content. But maybe in October. People are enjoying it and I've liked what I've seen of it to where I kind of want to play it. But I don't have time at the moment. So maybe I'll give you a solid maybe. I think October would be a good time to do that. I don't know why they always put out Resident Evil games in like February. There's an out. I'm glad you're loving the game. How many hours have you played there, Ghost of Vale? Wind and the pitch from the lefty. 2 down already for the Yankees here in the bottom of the first. This is kind of how the first game went. Kind of a quick first inning, but we're not out of it yet. I probably just jinxed it. Oh, okay. I was almost certain that I jinxed it. I thought that was going to be a bop. Back burner it. Like 4 hours taking it slow. Awesome. I hope you continue to enjoy it. I think Resident Evil 9 will be a great game for me personally to make sure I buy on sale. And then do something with it later in the year. Good luck on the game. Thank you. Enjoy Resident Evil. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. So let's see. We have 3 votes. 2 for the Yankees. Or 2 for the Angels, excuse me. 1 for the Yankees. Wind in the pitch from the righty is fouled away. 0-2. Swung on and missed. So the first batter for the Angels here in the top of the second, down on strikes. The pitch looked like it was way out of the zone. John Buck is up next, 429 average. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ooh, that's a juicy looking pitch as that comes in, but it just stayed outside. Good eye to take it. 1-0. Righty is ready, and that's outside as well. 2-0. Kind of went with that pitch back to back. Able to spit on both of them. And swung on and missed way late on that pitch. Good change of velocity there from the Yankees pitcher. Couple of curveballs on the outside and then just zipped a fastball in there. You figured the hitter would be a little more ready for a 2-0 fastball, but he clearly wasn't. Reaches for that one across the zone, and that's foul. That is a nice hit, well struck out into that gap in right center. The throw is in from the wall as he slides safely into second. Just like that, the Angels have a runner in scoring position. Nice replay of the throw from the wall, I guess. Ben Zobrist steps up. That was the wrong thing. Definitely did not need that folder up. The wind and the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. Zobrist getting aggressive on that first pitch. That's going to get away. Did they send the runner to third? They do. It's a bit of a delayed reaction, but he's going to be safe. It was closer than I thought it was going to be. They don't often steal third when the ball goes towards third base, and I think that you see exactly why in that scenario. But now with one out, Zobrist just needs to get something to the outfield for the sac fly potential. It's a big passed ball for the Yankees there. 2-1. Zobrist takes again on the outside. Three and one. Wind and the pitch, and that is low for a ball, so it'll walk. Zobrist, runners on the corners, one out, but the double play is set up, so not the worst walk in the world. And a nice job by the Angels hitter there to make sure that he doesn't swing on a 3-1. Batters love swinging at a 3-1 pitch in this game. He took that pitch low, and it was ball four. Gonna bring up the next lefty. As he winds and fires, that one's low as well. I think if you're this hitter, you got to let him throw a strike, and then you can go to work. And that is low for a ball. Two and 0. It's got to be hands-off controller here. You got to let him throw a strike. I know it's only 2-0. We say hands-off controller for 3-0, but the relative ease with which he walked that previous batter. Now you're ahead to 3-0, and now it's absolutely a hands-off controller situation. No swinging. Oh, you can't do that. That's not even going to get out deep enough. That's a horrible swing, 3-0. They got the benefit of a home run on a 3-0 count in the last game, but oh my goodness. Okay, Angels with a big opportunity that they're on the verge of waste, and that's going to be rolled over, and they will indeed waste it. He'll go to first for out number 3. A horrible decision to swing 3-0. Boy, oh boy. Yankees get out of it. It's no scores. We head to the home half of the second. A couple of hits for the Angels, and they come up empty. That'll bring up Hank Blaylock, 286 average, a home run, 4 RBI. And that's way outside. Here comes the 1-0. Blaylock is going to hit that, and that's a diving second baseman who just totally missed it. That ball might have just gone straight through him. Let's take a look at that replay real quick. Blaylock, as we learn, no speed on the base paths. He took himself out of the play. He was standing in perfect position, and then the ball just right by him. He was fine. All right.
Okay, let's play ball.
Well, at least they did pull. Now they're going to put him in motion. Oh, what a double play for the Angels! It's caught on the fly by the first baseman, and then he runs over to first to make it a double play. Wow, Casey Blake. 571 average, no home runs, 3 RBIs. First against Mexico, loaded the bases with 0 outs and left the inning with a goose egg in the run column. Ooh, yikes. That's not good. The wind and the pitch is inside. The lefty is ready, and that's rolled foul. So it has been a funky second inning. The Angels have the go-ahead run 90 feet away from home plate with just 1 out. They can't drive him in, and then the Yankees put a runner on first, and then a double play that I think we've only seen once in this game all season long, and it was that play right there. The game is usually pretty good about giving itself the out of just going like, we know what's going to happen here. But the runner got aggressive on first, and that was after the second baseman for the Angels had dove himself out of the play. Miguel Tejada, 222 average, working with a runner on first. That stayed fair up the third base line. Nice little 2-out single there. And he'll take on the inside for a ball. 1-0. And that's inside for a ball. 2-0. Count is 2-0 as he'll slice that into right field. Yankees are going to stay alive. They'll advance the lead runner just 90 feet as the throw is into third. Went to try and get him on the inside yet again, but Tejada able to get to it and push it into right field. Cody Ross batting .375. That pitch misses low for a ball. And that's going to be rolled to the third baseman. Instead of just stepping on the bag, he'll fire it the long way across the diamond, and that will be out number 3. The Angels give up a couple of hits, but they're able to get out of the jam. The huge double play was helpful. Yankees actually pick up 3 hits. It'll be Maben, McGee, and Gonzalez coming up in the top half of the third for the Angels. Gonzalez had the solo home run in the top of the 30 in the last game, game 1. Maben 1 for 1 today with a single. He's batting .462 this playoffs. That is going to be lifted out to right field. Does it have enough? It does! It's a solo home run. Cameron Maben puts the Angels up 1-0. Oh my goodness. I mentioned it a little bit in the last game, toward the end of the last game. We might have been disrespecting these Angels a little too much. 339, that short porch in right, benefiting the Angels again. Opposite field. Leadoff home run, 1-zip LAA. The righty is ready. He'll wind and fire. McGee is going right over to that same kind of area. That was just on the ground instead. Rolls around the corner. The throw is in and safe. Closer play than I anticipate. Good arm strength out there. One pitch, one swing, and it's a double. Angels looking for a little insurance here with nobody out. A home run and a double. Adrian Gonzalez is 0 for 1. That's a good take. Good job by Gonzalez there. Slow things down. You see the guy in front of you get a double. You see the guy in front of him get a solo home run. You probably get amped up. You're ready to crush the ball. A good job to just watch that go in for a ball. That's upstairs. 2-0. This pitcher's been ripping a couple of 2-0 fastballs. See if that's what Gonzalez is waiting on. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's inside for a ball. And now it's got to be got to be hands off 3-0. Hands off. Hands off the controller, 3-0. Let it go. And Gonzalez takes a swing at it. He might have had the solo home run in game 1 off of a 3-0 pitch. Foul. But it was a home run. Oof, that's a strike at the knees, I guess. Looked a little low to me personally, but you know what? That's fine. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. 3-2, so full count here. The wind and the pitch, and that is lifted and sized foul. Foul. Here comes the 3-2, lifted, and that is foul again. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that'll be lifted into center field. Down for a single. He'll hit third and head for home. The throw is to a cutoff guy, not even close to it. So that'll make it 2-0 Angels here in the top of the third. It's an RBI single. There is still no one out here for Los Angeles. World Series is on Wednesday. World Series is on Saturday. Wednesday likely will be wrapping up championship series games. That is at the knees for a strike. That is swung on and missed. Oh, and 2. And that's upstairs for a ball. And that's low and outside. Ball 2. 2-2 the count now. Angels could look at, or not could. Angels are looking for a little more insurance. I'm sure they could probably use it. Here comes the 2-2. Rolled. Nice stop to second for 1 to first. Not in time. I think I worked till 5 on Saturday. I will catch what I can. Yeah, stream will probably be a little bit later than I was anticipating. It'll probably be starting around probably between 4 and 5. So you should be able to catch most of it. It will be going for a while, so. When we did We did, what, 7 games last Saturday? It was about 5 hours. Jan Marinez has an 18.0 ERA. He has an 0-1 record with 1 game. 1 inning pitched. And I was trying to get the 1 inning pitch, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. I was going to try and start closer till like noon, but then we're going to go see Ninja Turtles, so we'll swap it a little bit later, which is fine. That was about the time I started last week, was around 4. Oh, and 2. And Ludwig takes a strike on the outside. It's strike 3, out number 2. Two nothing Los Angeles here, top of the 3rd. Oh, it's going to get away from the catcher. Oh, that'll put a runner in scoring position at 2nd. Oh, no. Wind in the pitch from the righty is hit well, but driven. Foul. Don't forget to hit the like button, so there's a way to see it, even with channel. Well, thank you for liking it, the video. I appreciate it. Oh, you're usually on mobile, huh? I always have to turn all the chats off. It's just too cluttered sometimes. I think Twitch does an okay job with the mobile chat because it kind of has like just one at a time. And like the corner is one of the overlays you can do. But I appreciate you giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you. Full count. 2 outs. Runner on 2nd. 2-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. And it is going to get hit out towards right field. Weems felt like it blew it toward the right fielder. Los Angeles scores 2. Soto, Pasadnik, and Phillips coming up. Looking to tie things up. A bloop and a blast ties it. They can get 2 on before knocking 1 deep. They can win it. Giovanni Soto's batting .286. No home runs, but does have a couple RBI. No stolen bases. Swung on and missed. That is a big swing. Giovanni Soto swung so hard he wanted 2 runs on a solo shot. 0-1. If Lee winds and fires, that is actually going to be crushed out towards left field. It is going, it is going, it is gone! Kind of like vertical YouTube with chat enabled on the phone. You can't see half the screen. That is outside. Okay, well, Giovanni Soto tried to get 2 runs with a swing, but he does get 1 run with a swing. It's 2-1 now, nobody gone. That was a very long wood waggle from the batter. Lefty Pasadnik, I believe, yeah. That is a rolled foul. Foul ball. 1-1. Lefty winds and fires. That one's going to be hit into the air. And boy, the wind really blew that one, or the spin just took it, but way out of the way, and it's an out. Brandon Phillips, 0 for 1. 375 average. Lee does a nice job to bounce back and get the out. And he misses that one outside. And swung on and missed. That's a big swing. Seen a couple big hacks from these right-handed batters. 1 and 2. Lee readies, winds, and fires way inside. Does not back him off the plate. He took that. Took that just fine. 2 and 2. That's a big looping curve that misses outside. 3 and 2, so a full count now. Just 1 out. Yankees solo home run cuts the lead in half. Here's Lee's offering. The payoff is fair up the third base line. That's your bloop. He's going to think about maybe taking a big turn at first, but stays put. Okay. The lefty Prince Fielder up. He's batting .222. Foul ball. That quick cut does take me a second to see where exactly we're looking. I thought that was maybe a hit that was going to end this game. They'll check on the runner at first. He's safe, as they are 99.8% of the time. Literally, we've seen 2 outs. And one time the pitcher threw over 4 times in a row. And Fielder does end the game. That's a Yankees walk-off 2-run blast. Wow. 2 home runs. It's the little righty chunk there. He's able to get past the lefty, but gave up the leadoff home run to the righty. Got past the lefty. Gave up a couple of hits. Fielder to the opposite field. And we are guaranteed a game 5, so we're going at least 1 game on Wednesday. Prince Fielder 1 for 2 with a 2-run game-winning home run. Jan Marinez gets the win. He improves to 1-1. Cliff Lee is 0-2. Maben, Soto, and Fielder all with their first home runs of the postseason. Angels got the runs. I thought they were well on their way to getting a 2-0 series lead. But the lefty, Cliff Lee, cannot get through. Well, no, wait, that was... Prince Fielder's a lefty, isn't he? So I was just way wrong. Hold on. Oops. 2-1. Is Prince Fielder a right-handed pitcher? Yeah, Prince Fielder's a lefty. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought he was a righty. My bad. That's on me. Sorry, everyone. All right, let's flip it over here to Pirates Phillies. Game 1 of the NLCS. The ALCS is tied at 1. We have 2 of these, just the way the scheduling worked. Philadelphia walked off Arizona to get here. Pittsburgh swept Florida to get here. I think this is the correct matchup in the National League. I don't know that I believe it in the American League, but I also don't know that the American League put in their best teams. Some of those teams really fell apart down the stretch. We'll go ahead and end that poll, and let's ask you, who's winning? Who wins? Oh, actually, I need to grab a thumbnail. Hold on. Hang on. Then I will ask you who wins. I guess the worst case scenario, you can put it in the chat. 50 and 32 versus 47 and 35. These are 2 of the best teams that we've seen all season. You did it again. Okay. Nick Markakis is the right fielder. He'll be leading off for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Followed by Nick Johnson at first. We have Robinson Cano at second. Jose Batista At third, Seth Smith, the DH. Alfonso Soriano in left. Miguel Olivo. Edit. Oh, shoot. File? Can you read it? No, whatever. Miguel Olivo is the catcher. Crispy on Crispy Quick in center field. Ryan Terrio is the shortstop. Who wins? Roy Halladay's 1-0. 1 game, 3 innings, 2-2-2. Hits, walks, and strikeouts. P-I-T-P-H-I. Mind your P's there in the chat. Nick Markakis leads things off as we welcome you to the NLCS game number 1. We're for sure going 5 in the AL side of things. Don't click the end stream button, Sean. Jeez Louise, brother. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? You gonna hit the end stream button? What are you gonna do? You gonna end it? 0-1. Halladay gets out in front with a strike. And it's a swing and foul ball. That's upstairs for a ball. Okay, finally got it. Went Pirates. I kind of like it. My prediction was that we were going to probably get probably Yankees Pirates. I keep disrespecting the Angels. I understand that. Swung on and missed. But I felt like the Pirates really took care of business in their series against Florida, where it felt like the Phillies kind of let the Diamondbacks stick around, and it took a walk-off for them to even get to this position. Sweeping curve at 79 miles an hour was so far outside the zone, yet somehow was swung on and missed by Markakis. So we'll see the other Nick Johnson step up. Righty winds and fires, and that'll be hit. Ooh, it's going to be bobbled by the shortstop, and that is going to give him the opportunity to get there safely. An error on this Phillies defense. Not a good start for them. Halladay able to work a strikeout to the first batter, but then the first play the defense has an opportunity to make, and it's bobbled. Game does love that animation. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the first. The wind and the pitch to Robinson Cano is a strike. Must have called that on the inside. It's not a great call, but oh, and 1. And that's inside for a ball. One and 1. And Cano is going to slice that out into left field. A little grounder. Puts 2 on with just 1 gone. Jose Bautista, he has a .750 average, yet somehow no home runs, no RBIs. That's even more surprising. And no stolen bases. Well, maybe now's his time to shine. Here's the wind and the pitch from the righty, and we'll take a ball right at the letters. The top of the zone's been a little funky. Seems like it should be, it just feels like every call should be the opposite of what is actually called. 1-0. Pitcher steps, and I thought he had that one. Camera switched with that kind of bat noise, and it's just foul. The ball's foul. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed at that pitch on the outside. Outside. 1-2. That'll be hit into right field. Are they going to be aggressive and send him around third? They will. The throw in is in time. The throw was so bad it was good. It was up the third base line. And he kind of like stumbled into it, but there just was not enough speed. He touched him with his leg. He just put his leg in the way, and that's where the out was. That's a bad out for the Pirates. It's up to Seth Smith now. I'm surprised that they went for it. That was not deep. Righty winds. Ooh, sliced. Foul. Horrible. And that'll be lifted into center field. Do they send him? They will. Hits third base, and here's the throw in. The cutoff. He's safe. That was so close. How was he not out? Man, the Pirates are lucky to be ahead 1-0. If you take a look at this this replay, Alfonso Soriano has a stolen base, but does not have a hit this postseason. Let's take a look at the replay here. We'll look at the play at the plate as the throw is in. It's what we saw with the Mariners yesterday, and it's what we've seen all season because this game just isn't very good. But you can see where the catcher has it, he catches it low. If the game just has him sweep to his left, that's all he has to do is sweep to his left, he gets the out, and they're out of the inning. Instead, what it does is it pulls it up to like a position 1, like a start position, and then does the tag. But by then, the leg is in, actually. They're lucky that they didn't call him out right about here. Come on, can I back up, please? No. You stupid game, why are you so bad? Actually, they're lucky they didn't get called out right there on the leg contact. Huh. So I guess the other tag was with the ball. Pirates lead 1-0. 2 on, 2 out. And he'll take a ball upstairs. 1-0. Righty winds and fires. Ooh. And leaked over the plate. I think Soriano would not want another crack at that one. And foul ball. Here comes the 1-2, and it is fouled away. And the 1-2 on the way, and Soriano. Ooh, that was a very aggressive throw that almost got wild from the pitcher. 3 hits for Pittsburgh, 1 error for Philly. I think the error kind of knocked itself out with the tag out at home, but it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Shin-Soo Choo will lead off for this Philadelphia Phillies lineup. He is in right field. Ronnie Belliard at second, Justin Morneau at first. Johnny Gomes is in left. Jorge Posada, the catcher. Andres Torres in center. In center. Brandon Inge at third base. Gabe Kapler, the DH, and Nick Punto, the shortstop. So only 2 true lefties. So it must be a left-handed starting pitcher for the Pirates. Philadelphia, throughout that whole Arizona series, had 3 righties, 3 lefties, 3 switch hitters. And it is indeed a lefty. It's Dallas Braden making his postseason debut, which seems a little surprising because the Pirates had a couple of days off, so theoretically it should be their #1 starter. But I don't know. This game just kind of does whatever it wants. Shin-Soo Choo was going to lead things off. Foul away. 0-2. Lefty to lefty. Braden readies. No wind and fire. Shin-Soo Choo takes that inside for a ball. As we ban the Twitch bots. One and two. Pittsburgh leads 1-0. Game 1 of the NLCS. That is fouled off. Don't think that was going to be a strike, but stays alive regardless. There's the line of the pitch from the lefty. It's rolled over to the shortstop, charges it, and fires in time for the outs. Ronnie Belliard's batting .500. No home runs, no RBIs, no stolen bases, but he's at least getting on the base paths. I think the runs category would help. I don't love the way that sounds, but it is what it is. There is a 1-pitch, 1-swing ground out to first. And we'll bring up Justin Morneau. So a funky Phillies lineup, even though they made some adjustments in the bottom half of it with an extra righty, subbing out a lefty, moving some things around. Still 2 of the top 3 guys are lefties. I feel like that feels like that's going to start you at an odd spot, no matter how clever you are with the rest of your lineup. Morneau takes a pitch upstairs. It is a called strike. 0-1. Braden readies, winds, fires, and that one's low for a ball. 1-1. Should have known from the crowd reaction that the pitch was not called in their player's favor. Lefty winds, and that one's low and outside for a ball. 2-1. That's inside. Almost got him. Backs him off the plate a little bit. Not happy about it. But he is in an advantageous count. 3-1 from the lefty. Coming up, here's the pitch. It's foul. Hurry up. That'll be rolled over to the second baseman. Fires to first in time. So the Phillies down 1-2-3. 7, 8, 9 hitters. Olivo, Young, and Terrio coming up for the Pirates. They lead 1-0. Heading to the top of the second. Miguel Olivo batting .250. He's knocked in a couple of runs. No stolen bases, no home runs. Olivo takes a big swing at that first pitch. Drives it foul, third base side. 0-1. And that's fouled away. That's foul. 0-2. Low for a ball, 1-2. And that's inside for a ball, 2-2. Nice at bat here from Olivo, making Halladay throw some more pitches. That one's low. Kind of a bold take just with how wild that bottom part of the zone can be called. 3-2. And that's going to be a called strike 3. He had a nice long at bat and then kind of just let it go by. Can't leave your at bat in the hands of the umpire. He calls it strike 3. It was a payoff pitch. And that is out number 1. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick coming up. With 1 gone, a 1-0 lead here for the Pirates. That is swung on. Well, check swung. It's like they're going to call it a strike on that outside edge. Don't know that I agree with it, but it doesn't matter what I think. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick knocks it out into right field, and that is a single. So a nice 1-out single there for the Pirates. As they look for a little insurance here in the top of the second. Ryan Terrio. Nice 333 average. Has knocked in a run. And the Pirates' base running has been aggressive in this game. So if he gets something out there in the gaps, maybe they try to send Crispy Young. Does a good job taking that pitch way upstairs for a ball, 1-0. And that'll be lifted out towards center field. Can't get it to go away from the defender, and it'll be a fly out for out number 2. Back to first base goes the runner. Nick Markakis back up. Oh for 1 today. And that's rolled into right field. First baseman, or second baseman, excuse me, dives over the top of it. That makes it a single. So runner in scoring position here for Nick Johnson. He's 0 for 1. What does he have in store for us? 2 on, 2 out. 1-0 game here in game 1 of the NLCS. And he will ground out. Oh, yeah, he grounded out. Second bobble we've seen from this Philadelphia Phillies infield, but second baseman has a much better shot at making that play even after the bobble than the shortstop does. Pittsburgh's knocked out 5 hits, but just the 1 run. And they really didn't even take advantage of the error because that runner was thrown out at home, so we saw Seattle escape some trouble after after having an error or being charged in error on the defensive side. Here's the wind of the pitch from the lefty. That'll be foul. Bit of a funky Phillies lineup. It's lefty, righty, lefty, and then it's righties and switch hitters in this bottom portion of the order. That's fouled away. I guess bottom portion of the order is a little dramatic, but seeing 2 true lefties in the top 3 against a lefty is surprising. 0-2. The wind and the pitch, and that is smacked, but is a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed and sets him down on strikes. working with a very thin margin. 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Jorge Posada steps up next. And that'll be in for a strike. Oh, and 1. And that's in for a strike. 0 and 2. Inside for a ball. 1 and 2. And it's a ball low. Perhaps Braden here getting a little too cute with his pitches. Was ahead 0 and 2, now is even 2 and 2. And that'll be hit out to center field. And that's out. Number 2. I forgot what number outs we were. What are your gaming plans for MLB 26? I'll be playing all day here on the channel. We'll do a little Road to the Show. We'll play like a standard game. We'll do some Diamond Dynasty. We'll bop around and check it out. But I'll be live all day. It'll be Friday. I should specify. It'll be Friday all day. I don't have it in me to do all-nighters. Also, I need, it's quiet time at 10. I can't be all yelling and screaming. Got a lot of that one, but drove it foul. Foul ball. 1 and 1. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. Pittsburgh leads 1-0. And that'll be. And there you go. That's how you do it. Good job by the lefty pitcher, Dallas Braden, I believe. We saw Halladay take it from about halfway between the mound and first base and just go, I'm going overhand 100%. Nice, got the early access too? Hell yeah. I'm very excited. It's going to make the work week very long as I have to wait for MLB The Show. I did just get it pre-ordered the other day. I need to clear off some hard drive space and download it, but plenty of time to work with. Plays it on the hop smartly, and it'll be a leadoff single to Robinson Cano. I think you're okay with that. We've seen Cano hit some absolute nukes. And we've seen the fielders really make bad plays out there, trying to get dives and, just making poor decisions out there that are making what's already not a great situation. You don't want to give up a base hit. But you also don't want to dive, miss it, make it worse. Use PTO for Friday? Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's a good thing to know. It's a good thing to know how much PTO you have. 0 and 1. The line and the pitch is going to hit Batista. Okay, so you're the left fielder. You give up the hit. The left fielder plays it nicely, holds it to a single, and makes sure that the double play is ready. Then you hit the batter. I'm working from home. You're going to be working so hard. They should pay you double for it, if we're being honest. We'll write that down. We'll send it in. And that is lifted into, is that going to be into the gap? It will. Runner will hit third and head for home. Second runner behind him. And they'll run it in. So a two-run double gives the Pirates a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third. Alfonso Soriano 0 for 1. When work from home was a thing for my brother when we lived together. He worked from home while he had his laptop open playing NBA 2K on his Switch. So Soriano working with a 1-0 count, a runner on second and nobody gone. He will ground this to the shortstop who fires to first for out number 1. See if this Phillies team can stop the bleeding a little bit. There's no reason for him to be upset because he was just going to get out, so you had to go back to second. Miguel Olivo batting 200 this postseason, 0 for 1 today. Halladay is ready. And Olivo takes a ball low. 1-0. And low for a ball. That's the way to do it. Gonna make sure I get done what I can Tuesday through Thursday. I usually start with Diamond Dynasty. Yeah, I'll play a regular game, just because I like to do that. And then we'll probably jump into Diamond Dynasty. I have, with that deluxe edition, you get like the 20 extra packs or whatever, so we'll rip all that stuff and mess around with it. That's hit into center field. They'll send the runner around third. He will head for home, and Olivo will have an RBI single and push this lead out to 4 runs. We've seen some explosive third innings so far today. Crispy young. Crispy quick. Do more of that roguelite mode, or roguelike, whatever it is. I enjoyed that last year. Make sure you do the now and later program on MLB 25 if you have time. Oh, that's a good suggestion. Does that expire when the new game releases? Would be my question. That's upstairs for a ball. One and two. Runner on first, 1 gone. Pittsburgh's already knocked in 3 runs here in the top of the third. And that is going to be rolled over to second for 1, over to first. Not in time. Crispy young, Crispy very quick, getting up the first base line and beating out the double play. It is a very weakly hit ball. I like the pitcher just watching it. Just barely got there. Ryan Terrio, 0 for 1 today. WS 250 for the playoffs. And that's upstairs for a ball. Just extra packs for MLB 26. Not sure when it expires, but I won't be booting up MLB 25 anymore. That's true. But we start with some storyline to unlock players like Hank Aaron. Oh, that's a good. That's a good call as well. Two and oh. That's outside. 3-0. I mean, hands-off control. Do you just let it go? Do you free swinging 3-0 with a 4-0 lead here? Yeah, it's fine. Take the strike at the knees. 3-1. This will be lifted out towards left. The wind is going to blow that way in. And there is a nice snag by the left fielder. Pittsburgh has 4 runs on 8 hits. Philadelphia, goose eggs and an error. I think the Now and Later program arms you with Carlos Beltran in MLB 26. Okay. I saw something today about Ken Griffey Jr. is a legend you can get early or something. I forget. It was just a post that I saw. It was like, who are you picking from this selection of 3? And I was like, Ken Griffey Jr. Wait, what? And the wind of the pitch stays high. He's got to be willing to go in to throw in the zone. There's no reason for him to be this passive. You have a 4-run lead. Throw the ball in the zone and just get it going. There you go. Let him hit it. It's no big deal. Let your defense make a play. That's what he'll do. I'm also going with Junior, big fan. Hell yeah. Dallas Braden has retired 7 straight. Gabe Kapler has no average home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, just goose eggs across the board. Oh, also shout out tomorrow's Mario Day. What are the other options? Let me pull it up. Pop that out. We'll go to Instagram where I saw it. 0-1. And that's right to the second baseman. Let's see where to go. Actually, there it is. 4-day early access. The other options are, so it's the Legend Choice Pack, Chipper Jones and Roy Halladay. Okay. 2 players that we've seen a lot in this season. And then you have Griffey for the Mariners. As that is bopped out and foul. And that'll be rolled to first base, and that will take care of it. There is the out. So, Pittsburgh picks up a run early in this game and then puts on 3 insurance runs in the top of the 3rd. And I believe that they hold them hitless at least, maybe even a perfect game. Granted, just 3 innings, but they do work their way through this Phillies lineup very effectively. Pirates take a 1-0 series lead. They have not lost in this postseason, sweeping the Florida Marlins in 3 games. And they'll do it all again next. Dallas Braden, 3 innings, no hits, 1 strikeout. Halladay might be my pick. Strong starting pitching is very important. Yeah, that's true. Dallas Braden, 1-0. His first start of the postseason. Roy Halladay, 1-1 after the loss. No home runs in this one. Starting pitching maybe should be the call if I was going to play online, just because of the I am not used to the competitive timing. All right. Let's go view today's games. I hit triangle instead of X. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. So we can sim to dates and view today's games, and we'll do it all over again. Pirates Phillies, our fourth and final game of the evening. It'll be Chris Volstad versus Tommy Hanson. Hanson's 0-1 with 2.1 innings pitched, 27 ERA, 9 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Jeez. Oh, that's right. I forgot. The Phillies lost game 2 in Philadelphia, big to the Diamondbacks. It's a good sign that Roy Halladay pitched in that game that I should pick him. Oh, okay. There you go. Let previous MLB games show you the way. Especially when it's a completely randomized roster, a fantasy drafted roster. 47-35 are the Pittsburgh Pirates. They lead 1-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies here in Philly for Game 2. Your starting lineup is probably the same as it was yesterday, or in the last game, aka about 3 minutes ago. Nick Markakis in right, Nick Johnson at first, Robinson Cano at second, Jose Bautista at third, Seth Smith at DH, Alfonso Soriano at left, Miguel Olivo at the catching position, Crispy Young, Crispy Quick in center, Ryan Theriot is the shortstop. Of those three guys, the only one we haven't seen is Ken Griffey Jr. because he retired in 2010 or whatever it was. Tommy Hanson, as we just talked about, the righty is 0-1 with that 27 ERA. Got knocked around quite a bit. That was a bad loss for the Phillies. They did bounce back, obviously won that series. Though it did take a walk-off to get past the shockingly pesky Arizona Diamondbacks. So Nick Markakis leads off. We are underway here in Game 2, and it's a ball. 1-0. Bounces back with a nice strike called on that inside corner. My thing is falling way behind here. Inside for ball 2. So he's really working that inside part of the plate. Maybe the outer half is open. Oh, here we can end the poll. We can start it again. Do you still believe in your picks? Who wins? Hit. Philly? Game 2? Who do you want? New poll. That is fouled away. He called that one really early. I thought I was early with my arm movements. 2-2. That's outside. 3-2, so a full count. Payoff pitch coming up. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 to Markakis. And it'll be 1 out here for the Pirates. Very late on the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Just no hope of getting to that one and even getting a piece of it to stay alive. Nick number 2 steps up. Nick Johnson. He'll take a big swing at that first pitch. Righty still working pretty inside to these lefty hitters. 0-1. That is rolled over. Foul ball. 0-2. That is lifted into foul territory. A lot of air under it. Left fielder, all kinds of time to come over and make the play. And it is out number 2, so... Two quick outs here for the Pirates in the top half of the second. Robinson Cano is next. .667 average, a home run with 2 RBI. See what he can do here against this righty for the Phillies. That's upstairs. Nice patient start to the at-bat. And a good bounce back. I forget exactly how that Diamondbacks game went when they started giving up all those runs, but if he has a 27 ERA, might have gotten ugly early. Or it's the same kind of thing that we just saw where it's like he got through the first inning pretty okay, but then things started getting bad. And I don't want to have jinxed him, but did I? Question mark. It's a single for Robinson Cano out to center field. And he'll keep things moving here with 2 outs. Picked Pittsburgh again, not sure why. Going with your gut. I can respect it. I don't know. I mean, Philly didn't really show a whole lot in that last game. And he is somehow going to get a piece of that. I didn't think that was going to get all the way to the outfield. That's a nice hit from Jose Bautista. Seth Smith batting .667. I mean, I don't think the Phillies didn't even have a hit in the last game. And Pittsburgh's on a bit of a heater. The Philadelphia Phillies in the last series didn't really give you a whole lot to believe in as they get a very generous strike call, it appears. 0-1. The Diamondbacks, who we think backed their way into the playoffs rather than winning their spot into the playoffs. They took them to 5 games and had to win via the walk-off. Thought about it, but held back. No appeal to third. It'll be a ball on the outside. 1-1. That's outside as well. 2-1. Soriano guy, go Pirates, all right. And smashed it, but slices foul. 2-2, 2 on, 2 outs here. Top of the first. Game 2 of the NLDS. That's going to get away. Both runners will advance, and just like that, 2 runners in scoring position. So that creates a full count. Payoff pitch on the way. Three and 2. The wind and the pitch, and that is outside for a ball. Bases loaded with 2 outs. So Cano got things started. Bautista with a nice hit to get out to left field to get on base. Smith works the walk. Kind of a bold take there on the outside. Sometimes, especially that side of the plate, can be a little wide. Speaking of Soriano, what's he have for us here? 2 outs and the bases loaded. The righty winds and fires. Soriano. Nice take there as that gets into the dirt. And Soriano takes that for a strike. 1-1. he gets got, skies that one into the air, third base side, and that will be out number 3. Pirates load the bases, but leave them loaded as Soriano pops out. 2 hits and a walk. Let's look at this Philadelphia Phillies lineup. Shin-Soo Choo, the right fielder, is going to be leading off, followed by Ramiro Pena, the shortstop. Justin Monroe at first, Johnny Gomes in left, Jorge Posada, the catcher, Andres Torres in center, Ronnie Belliard at second, Casey Kochman, the DH, and Brandon Inge at third. This is more the typical lineup that we see for Philadelphia, so it must be a right-handed starting pitcher. 3 lefties, 3 righties, 3 switch hitters. That's what we know from this Philadelphia Phillies lineup. Chris Volstad. He's the last Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher to get his first start in the postseason. So this is the Pirates' 5th game of the postseason. Shin-Soo Choo batting .444, 1 home run, 3 RBI. Shin-Soo Choo will take a ball upstairs, 1-0. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you are, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll have games 3 and 4 of each series tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We have at least one guaranteed game 5 because the Angels and Yankees split the first 2 games. Ramiro Pena does not have a hit in this postseason. And then we'll be playing a bunch of MLB The Show 26 on Friday. Saturday afternoon, we'll start up the World Series here in MLB 11 and crown a champion. Then we'll be into MLB The Show 26. Foul away. Air ball. One and one. And that's upstairs. That's inside. Ooh, okay. That's inside for a strike. 40-40 as a second baseman. Soriano was him. Hard to argue that. 2-2. Wind and the pitch, and swung on and missed a disgusting pitch that just got him way out in front. That was, you look at that 0-0 average and you go, man, how do you not have a hit? And then you see that and you go, I get why you don't have a hit. I understand. It's a bold pitch, but it works. So 2 gone here for the Phillies. That one misses the zone. It's 1-0. That's outside for a ball. So a walk is issued, and that will put a runner on first for Johnny Gomes, batting .375, no home runs, and RBI. No stolen bases. Pitch track right on that edge. 92 on that four seam. That is fouled away. And that is spun around and fired to first in time. Also had 40 doubles that year. Wow. Olivo, Young, and Terrio coming up for the Pirates here in the top half of the second. As they hold Philadelphia. That might have been Philadelphia's first base runner, unless they worked a walk in the last game that I'm forgetting about. But and he'll throw that low for a ball, 1-0 to the Mariner, Olivo. Here comes the 1-0, big ol' looping curveball. They're going to say that he went. See, he got him. It's a pitch on the outside. And they'll call it a swing, and it's 1-1. Outside for a ball. Two and one. And that'll be lifted to left field. It's carrying, it's going, and it is off the wall. He collides with it. It's going to be a stand-up double. This stadium is hard to figure out. Just even as a commentator, it's just like, is it? Because we've seen several out to the right field side where it just feels like it catches a little bit of a wind tunnel and just kept going. Then even out towards the left, it's a little tricky to see if, like, is it just going to stay up there? Is it coming back down? With the go-ahead run now on second. For all the pickoff moves they've done, they've never gone to second. As that throw misses, or that pitch misses low for a ball. Two and oh. And that's on the inside edge for a strike. A 2-1 fouled off to make it 2-2. It's like he just barely got a piece of it off the end of the bat. And the righty winds and fires. That one misses outside for a ball. Full count. Runner on second. Nobody out. Thought about it. Did he go? No, it's going to be a walk. That animation is so dramatic. It kind of came in handy there. Really built the tension there. Also kind of a spoiler because they'll call the swing real quick, but they'll say very slowly. Ryan Terrio, 200 average. And that's a generous strike. That's a very generous strike. And fouled away. Okay, sorry. Foul ball. 0-2. And that's a pitch low. I was going to say that he's been with 2 strikes, been throwing it out like a little slider on the outside. The Pirates have been a little aggressive on it. They've been lucky to get pieces of it, like just kind of off the end of the bat, either a hit or foul. And there he goes. He works that outside edge. It wasn't the slider. Ontario down on strikes as that is a 4-seam fastball right there at 89 miles an hour. And there is your out. Nick Markakis, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, 500 average, runner in scoring position. Pirates have had a lot of traffic on the base paths, but they have not been able to bring anything in. I think he's going to want that pitch back. Oh, man. Oh and 1. The wind, the pitch. It is outside for a ball. 2-1. Or excuse me, 1-1. I apologize. Flipped my numbers there. And it's going to be rolled to the second baseman to second for 1, over to first in time for 2. I don't know why I was going to do the safe call because he was out. A brutal double play for the Pirates. They have 3 hits. Worked a walk on a check swing that he said was fine. They'll bring up Jorge Posada, 286 average, no home runs, 2 RBI, and a stolen base. And it even, I mean, you throw in one of those hits as a double where the outfielder ran into the wall. They just can't get what they need to get, and that is it. That's a solo home run from Posada. I believe a 1-pitch, 1-swing leadoff home run. It is indeed. As I can see, it's a 0-0 count. So Posada, that's the first hit of the Phillies series. The first hit for the Phillies in this series. And it's a solo home run. Andres Torres, batting 167. That is low for a ball, so he's going to need to bounce back here as the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. This Pittsburgh offense has really faltered with runners in scoring position. Soriano had a great opportunity with 2 outs and the bases loaded and just popped it out, and then you see the double play there. And it's the bottom of the lineup doing some good work. Those 7, 8, 9 hitters in that top of the second, getting a board and then a ground ball. Popped into foul territory, makes the grab. Nice catch. That'll bring up Ronnie Belliard. That's outside for a ball. One and oh, and it's going to be rolled over. First base side, scooped up, and steps on the bag for the out. Casey Kochman. He's batting .667. Wind and the pitch is inside. I don't know about that call. I don't know about that at all. But they're going to call it a strike. 0-1. That is rolled foul. 0-2. And fouled again. with that kind of big looping curveball on the inside edge. Everything's been on that inner half. See if he wants to try and go on the outside part of the plate. That's exactly what he wants to do. That'll be rolled over. Second baseman sliding stop. Throws in time. Does give up the solo home run to the leadoff batter, but gets those 3 outs nicely. Johnson, Cano, and Batista. It was Nick Markakis had the rollover double play. Nick Johnson 0 for 1. He's batting 111 this postseason. Time to step it up, man. It's a strike on the outside. 0-1. And that's upstairs for a ball. One and one. And a broken bat foul ball. I like how unbothered the animation is. Like he just goes to do the swing that he's going to put back into a regular stance with the most of the bat's gone. That'll be rolled over. That's a bad at-bat for Nick Johnson. I wonder he's batting even worse than 111 now. Robinson Cano, 714 average, a home run. They could use a solo shot here, tie things up in Philadelphia. If this result holds, it will guarantee us 2 Game 5s on Wednesday. As that is a pitch that's so bad it's good. Got that right on the outside edge, even though that's not where he wanted to throw it at all. 0-1 to Cano. Cano gets a piece of it, but slices foul. That's way outside. 1-2 the count now. And foul ball yet again. Here comes the 1-2, and that is going to be lifted into right field, not nearly deep enough. Shin-Soo Choo is there to make the play, and he does. 2 gone here in the top half of the third. Jose Batista looking good with that 833 average. 1 for 1 with a single. No long balls here in this postseason. That is low for a ball. 1-0. And that'll be lifted out towards right field. We are guaranteed 2 Game 5s each. Series going the same way. The away team takes the first game. The home team gets the equalizer. Or Game 2, I guess I should say. 1-0 Philly. This is a pretty disappointing performance from the Pirates offense, who loaded the bases in the first inning, had a runner in scoring position in the second, and just could not come up with anything. 1-0 your final. Philadelphia's, I believe, their first hit of the series is a solo home run, and it is the difference in this one. Player of the game is Tommy Hanson, who had an abysmal ERA. It was a 27 with 3 innings of 3-hit ball. He drops it to 11.81, 12 hits, 4 strikeouts on the season, or in the postseason. Pittsburgh had 3 hits Hansen picks up the first win. Volstad gets his first loss. Posada's first home run. And that's your difference. I mean, they put on a couple with like some walks and just couldn't do anything. So the Phillies and Yankees both even up the series in Game 2. And we'll have 2 Game 5s on Wednesday for sure. We'll see what we get tomorrow. If we get another split, we'll be guaranteed Game 6s. Which is wild. But that is for another day. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, here on the channel. It was just the one game to be played. We'll sim to the dates. And we will head to the opposing stadiums. We'll head to Los Angeles and we will head to Pittsburgh. We'll get Yankees, Angels, Phillies, Pirates, Yankees, Angels, Phillies, Pirates. So I don't know why the schedule was so weird that we got both series games like back-to-back clumps. But well, let's head to Save Slot 8, save the game, and get the heck on out of here. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. We are winding down here. We have 3 days left. Maybe depending on if we have multiple Game 7s, maybe we'll just push that to Thursday or something. But 6 games might be a lot on a work night. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We're saving here, so I will say goodbye. Subscribe, ring the bell, give the video a thumbs up. Free, easy ways to help the channel out. I appreciate it. Come back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time for games 3 and 4 of each AL and NL championship series. And we'll work through this. And Saturday is the World Series. Friday, the big stream of MLB The Show 26. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.